Let's see. Okay. What am I looking at? There we go. There we go. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Probably screwed this up. I'll tell you what, me and my poor decisions, pairing, what's going on, B, what's going on? Again, one of those things, man, I just decided to do a live stream. Don't have no rhyme or reason. So do me a favor. Oh my God, I forgot to put my phone on don't disturb. So hopefully it doesn't get me. It doesn't get me. But hey, it's too late. So hopefully no one does anything. So good. Good, good. Everyone can hear me. Good deal. Poor decisions. Doing very well. Doing very well. And I just wanted to say, hey, thank you for doing all the legwork for Spillway because I didn't know which way to go, to be honest with you. So I'm going to download or fill out that application tonight, and I'm going to get in contact with the person tomorrow, and I'm going to get all that situated. So we are going to be available to sell what we want to down the spillway. So I appreciate that. Poor decisions. Ghost, what's going on? Yeah, B, I'm trying to do lives. I'm trying to. Aaron, what's going on? Um, I was sort of on the fence about doing live streams because I really didn't feel comfortable, I guess, in front of the camera, just talking to, I guess, a camera or a phone. But I'm not gonna say it's getting easier, but I'm getting more comfortable with it. So I appreciate that. Manny, what's going on? What is going on? Gordon, what's going on? Bourbon Cowboy, what's up? What's up? What's up? So yeah, I appreciate that. I didn't know what I was going to do tonight. I didn't know what kind of bottles that I wanted to open, but I was just going around the room, and I saw some bottles that I picked up when I first started bourbon hunting, and they were just stored in the background. And I said, "Hey, why not?" TL07 finally caught on YouTube Live. We appreciate it. And TL, I appreciate you because hey, you always commenting on every video multiple times. And I'm pretty sure YouTube noticed that. So I appreciate you, TL oh 07 for actually doing that. Yeah, just be yourself and you do fine. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I'm starting to learn that. I'm starting to learn that I'm not really looking at the subscribers anymore or, my numbers because they are eventually going to come, hopefully. And me going back, because I tell you what, I'm just going to tell you what I was doing because I'm an open book here at a little old fashioned. When I first started YouTube, I remember going to my analytics like every probably 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, trying to if my numbers was going up, trying to see if my subscribers and watch time was going up. And I tell you, it became sort of frustrating. And I saw myself doing that every 15 minutes, and it was time consuming. And I said to myself, hey, I'm not going to do that anymore because I would sit there for hours going back every 15 minutes just to see if I got one subscriber or not. But that was a long time ago. Bourbon Cowboy just Pour the Eagle Rare to sip on for the video. Awesome. Is it Eagle Rare 10 or 12? Oak and Eden. Manning, okay, I don't have a bottle. I've heard good things about that Oak and Eden. I don't have one yet. Barbara Peanuts, what's going on? I think Barbara, you and Big Rig and Jigs, when y'all got on today, y'all made me want to do a video, a live stream. I didn't know what I was going to talk about tonight. I just got some time because I don't have to work in the morning. And every time I get a little bit of a day off, I decide to get online because you never know. You never know when I'm going to pop in, pop out. Went to go get something to eat with my parents, and I said, I got a little time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Bourbon Cow, cheers, y'all. Okay. David, what's going on? Four Roses, old fashioned here. Wow. You know, I love a good old fashioned cocktail. Really do. So poor decision parents, you do the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop that. Yeah, not that bad. It's finally got me with the price. Okay. I know they have different bottles of Oak and Eden, and I know it comes with a cinnamon stick in there. So which one do you suggest, Manning, to be my first bottle of Oak and Eden? If you can put it in the comments down below, I'm going to pick up that bottle if you give me one, if you suggest one. So I'm going to pick that one up. 210 Native Texan, howdy. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on, 210? Hell Curtis 808. Chad, you should make an old fashioned live your style. I thought about that. I thought about that maybe on the next live stream because I don't have an orange peel. And if I'm going to make one on live stream, I need an orange peel. I love an old fashioned, but dark Manhattans, Aaron, I never heard of a dark Manhattan. I need to figure that out. I need to look that up. Isaac, what's going on? What's going on? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, as Isaac. If you 1265, we appreciate that. Chad, I should have a bottle coming soon. I'll send you something when it arrives. I appreciate that, B. I always appreciate that. Sipping on some samples. 210, what kind of samples you said sipping on? Oh, okay. You grabbed the bourbon and spice. Good deal. All right, all right, all right. Awesome, Manny. But as I was saying earlier, I picked up some bottles when I first started to bourbon hunt because I really didn't know what I wanted or what my palate was because I was really defining my palate. And I picked up the David Nelson, and this is what I'm not gonna say bottom shelf. I'm not gonna say bottom shelf, but this is of the lower price bourbons. Just because it's sitting on the bottom shelf doesn't mean that it's not a good pour. Because my Evan Williams Bottled and Bond usually is on the bottom shelf. And if you've been following my channel, and hopefully you are, you know that's one of the best bottles I think for under $20. So this David Nelson here, 1843, it's 100 proof, and I heard good things about it. But we're going to open it tonight to see if all those rumors are true. And another one that I just see in every liquor store that I go into, and I decided to pick one up, the old Barstown. This one right here, 101 proof. And again, this bottle does not cost a lot of money. The David Nelson 1843 does not cost a lot of money. And this bottle here that I am sort of iffy about because I never seen any type of bourbon and whiskey come in come in a container like this. Uh, and I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be even worth keeping, but we are going to open this one tonight. Steelhouse. This is going to be an 80 proof, but I just thought it was neat because never seen any bourbon whiskey in a container like this. Now, is it going to be good? I have my thoughts about it, but you know me, I don't knock it till I try it. Steve, what's going on? What's going on, Steve? I seen that one for 26s. I seen that Steelhouse, the total wine before. Maybe it's a good pour, and when someone visit, they will be tempted to try it. So yeah, pick one up. Steelhouse was one of my first whiskeys I ever tried. So B, we about to try this tonight. Steelhouse drain pour or clean breaks part. Wow. Oh my God. I am looking forward to this one. Okay, poor decision. You use those two for mixers. Steelhouse I tried was not good. Okay. Barack, what's going on? Isaac, the can is worth more than the whiskey. uh, yeah, never seen bourbon packaged like this before. This is going to be interesting. You know, I picked it up because it was pretty cool. It was Heaven Hill, grains of glass, worth a buy. I don't have that one. 210. Yeah, I'm gonna try it because I bought it. I'm gonna try it because I bought it. And again, I'm not gonna knock it until I try it. And then I'm going to give you my rating on this particular Steelhouse. I can't call it a bottle because it's not a bottle. And oh my God, this is gonna be weird. This is gonna be weird. Here you go. Cheers. That's a little bit too much because my mind is already telling me something, and I'm trying to not think about it because I haven't tried it, I haven't smelt it, but my mind is telling me something. But we are going to let's look at the color. Of course, the color is not bad. Of course not. Usually, the color is not bad on any type of bourbon or whiskey. It might be light, it might be dark, but I don't think there is a bad color, to be honest with you. Hey, it's coating the glass pretty nicely. It really is. But let's put it to the nose and let's see what you get from the nose. It's very light on the nose, very light. Oh, what is that? It's like something burnt. It's like some burnt wood. Native 210, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about when you have something smoldering, like in some wood, and you can't find it, but you can smell it. That's what it smells like. Yeah, some burnt wood. But let's put it to the palate and let's see. A, is it drinking at 80, 80 proof, and what it tastes like from the tip of the tongue, the mid of the tongue, and then the finish. So here goes nothing. Cheers. Okay. Um, I'm trying to wrap my mind around what this tastes like. It almost tastes like some rubbing alcohol, even though I never tasted rubbing alcohol, but that's what's reminding me of. Rubbing alcohol with a little bit of cinnamon. Rubbing alcohol with a little bit of cinnamon. That's why I can explain it. Is it drinking right there at an 80 proof? It is because I'm thinking of alcohol. But 1 through 10, and if you've been following my channel, you know 10 gets no nothing gets a 10. I'm going to give this, I'm going to give this a 1.5, 2. Now, the reason I'm pausing is because I remember giving a bottle on my shelf a 1, I think. I think it was as low as a 1. And that bottle is going to be this short barrel that's finished in wine cask. And I'm trying to think to myself, is it better than that short barrel? Because the short barrel had gotten the worst rating here at Little Old Fashioned. And it's sad to say that the Steel House might be better than that bottle. And I'm trying to figure that out. And I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say that's how much I do not like that bottle. I would probably choose the Steel House over this one right here. And I know it's sad to say because this is probably 4 times as much as this bottle. Short barrel, they come out with some fantastic stuff. But this one right here is not my jam. Not my jam. Not my jam. Henry Hickey, what's going on, Henry Hickey? You know, like my charcoal with the steel house, hey, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. Try the short barrel again to try to find out. You know something? You know something? I am going to do that. I'm going to put it to the test right now just to see which one is worse. That's so sad. That is so sad. I'm going to actually taste it again just to see which one comes first and which one comes second of being the worst bottle here at a Little Old Fashioned. So now I have my best bottle and we are now going to figure out my worst bottle. This is the short barrel and we are going to do it. Jigs, what's going on, Jigs? Thank you for stopping by, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Steve, new bottle of hand sanitizer. I don't know if I will put that on my hands, to be honest with you. South Texas. That's why it's in the pink in a can. You're right about that. Again, the nose on here is I don't really care for wine. I don't drink wine. And this is what it's reminding me from the nose. So just smelling it reminds me of wine, and I don't like wine. Here we go. Yeah. I don't need to taste anymore. I don't need to taste anymore. It's something about that short barrel that I do not like. So the number one bottle, the worst one I have here is going to be still that one. The Steel House outranked this short barrel, in my opinion. In my opinion, that is terrible to say because that bottle costs 4 times as much as that Steel House. But I would drink that Steel House before I drink that one. Gordon, I feel you, Gordon. Man, phew. Said at least that one didn't make my eyes twitch. It almost did, but I knew what I was getting myself into. Taste of Penelope weeded again. Henry, let's go. We taking requests tonight. And if you've been following my channel, you know that this Penelope weeded is not my favorite, even though it says 95 proof on the bottle. Is A, does not drink at a 95 proof, and B, it did not give me what I wanted from a weeded bottle. Now, I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's not my favorite. I thought I had one open. I probably do, but this one is not. But let's pop this one open just because I said I was going to do so. I probably got a bottle open somewhere, but it doesn't make any difference because I'm not going to be drinking a lot of this. So let's pop it open and give it another try. And I'm just going to pour it in this glass really quickly and let it breathe for at least a minute or two. Yeah, I know Henry is going to I know what you said last time. Yeah, I know you said last time revisit it because you said it need to open up, and I just made the mistake and opened up a bottle and didn't let it air out. So I probably gonna have to do it again. But since I got it in the Glencairn, I'm definitely going to drink it. So I'm going to taste this, read it again, but it is a fresh cork pop and I did not let it breathe. So if I give it a bad rating again, maybe I need to revisit it one more time after it has opened up. I don't mind 90 proof either, but I like my bourbons when I started to drink them neat, starting at 100 proof. One of my one of the best bottles. I'm not gonna say the best bottles. A good bottle for me is going to be the double oak. The double oak is going to be very good. I put that in the old fashioned. So that Woodford Reserve double oak is a fantastic bottle. So don't get me wrong. I do like bottles that's up under 100 proof, but I prefer most of my bottles to start right there at 100 proof. Porky, what's going on, Porky? It's like a cheap Weller profile. Yeah, I always need a good drain killer cleaner. So Miguel said, I think the Penelope Witty is a great bang for your buck. I feel you. I feel you. Till TL07 opening up is a real thing. I have a bottle I didn't enjoy, fresh crack. Yeah, I feel you. It is a real thing. It is a real thing. But let's try it again since I do have it in the Glencairn and I don't try not to waste bourbon here, even though we are going to put this somewhere and put that steel house somewhere because I'm not going back there. But let's try the weeded again. You know, even though it is a fresh cork pop, I can put my nose in the glass and it does not give me any type of alcohol smell or ethanol smell that you think that you will get from a fresh cork pop, especially sitting at 95 proof. And it's so light on the nose, in my opinion. But let's give it another try. And again, this is a fresh cork pop. I am going to revisit it again later on. So let's put it to the palate and let's see. I think I said it's a decent bottle. It is a decent bottle. For the price you go pay for this Penelope, read it, it's a decent bottle. But The weeded bottles that I do have here on my shelf, in my opinion, they are way better. And again, um, I have probably 6 or 7 different weeded bourbons here that I think that I would choose before I pick this one up. And again, I know what you're going to say, and you are exactly right. I made the same mistake, popped it open, poured it in the glass, and I tried it without letting it open up. And that's my mistake. So I'm going to revisit it again, but I'm still going to keep my first thought about this Penelope weeded, and we're going to keep that until we try it again later on. Yeah, this is my second. I popped it open TL07. I have a bottle that I opened up a while ago when I first bought it, and I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere. I thought it was going to be that one, but when I picked it up and tried to pop the cork, it had a seal on it. So I said I was going to open it up. I said I was going to try it, and that's the reason why I opened up, because you suggested it. So I said, why not? And I just wanted to keep my word. So Penelope takes a couple of months of opening up. Wow, a couple of months. Manny said he agree. Got you. Green River foolproof weeded better. Same price. See, that's what I'm talking about, Gordon. It's a lot of weeded out there that are pretty much the same price or probably $10 more. That is a better bang for your buck. 1792 weeded is good. Jay, what's going on, Jay? Thank you for stopping by. Rizzo, how does it compare to Old Fitz? Oh, it doesn't compare to Old Fitz. In my opinion, Old Fitz is a way better bottle. Now you go pay a little bit more for the Old Fitz, but it is a better bottle. Been looking for Antique 107 $100. Be patient. That Antique 107 is out there for under $100 if you be patient. And you have to make a good relationship with store owners. But you get it. You get it. Just got that Old Fish 7 year 2 days ago. What you think about it? 107 in Colorado for $60. See, Gordon got one in Colorado for $60. Hard pressed to find an antique 107 $100. Yeah, it is, but it's out there. Because Gordon says in Colorado it's $60. Awesome. Yeah, sweet wheat 1792 is yummy. I need that 1792 sweet wheat. I almost bought one, but I bought the George T. Stagg instead. Big Rick MacD, I wasn't a big Green River fan. It's okay. Okay. He said I bought one 2 days ago at $35. Penelope Weeded. Okay. I'll buy a case of Antique 107. See, me too. If I can find that 107, well, a 107 is $60, I'm buying the case too. Rare breed or Russell's 10. I am going with the rare breed. And that might sound crazy, but that Wild Turkey rare breed is the truth. D, how's it going? How's it going, D 1991? And hey, we got 57 people in here. If anyone has not liked or subscribed to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button because I'm asking for your support. Midwest Weeder, $48. Great alternative. All right, Artfully Bourbon. Hey, what's going on? And I know that you have a YouTube channel, so I appreciate you. A poor decision parent, um, author Artfully Bourbon has a YouTube channel, so check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Go Cubs! What's going on? Thank you, man. Thank you. Go Cubs! The new Riff 8 year 100 proof is darn good. All right. Yeah, so the Wheaties is not bad. It's not bad. But again, I have a lot of weeded bottles that I probably would pick up before this one. But for the price, I would say definitely get one because you never know who likes it and you never know who hasn't tried it yet. So I love picking up bottles just to bring them back so other people can try them because a lot of people don't like to go out and spend a lot of money in liquor stores. So I say, hey, won't you just come over here and try before you buy? And hey, if you like it, you like it. Yes, Red Dog. Yeah, it is a great channel. Great channel. Drew, what's going on? Drew says he can get Antique 107 at the distillery for 59.99. Awesome. Mike, did you try Blanton's Gold Store Pick? I did, Mike. I did. I tried that one the other night. And it shocked me, Mike. It shocked me because I was thinking a Blanton's Gold store pick that it was going to blow my mind. And it really didn't. That's one of those bottles that I am going to revisit and hopefully it opens up and hopefully it gives me what A, the price of the bottle is, B, what a Blanton's Gold should give you. Because when you say Blanton's, you expect something. And when you say Blanton's Gold, you expect a little bit more. And when you say a Blanton's Gold store pick, you expect it to be almost amazing. It wasn't. It wasn't. Well, thank you. Okay, so YouTube got the stuff together. You can see the chat full screen. Awesome. Yeah, Rare Breed and Russell's 10 are amazing. But the Russell's 10, the price is a little bit lower than a Rare Breed. But if the money is not the issue, Rare Breed. If you want a good pour for a little bit lower money, the Russell's 10. I haven't tried the American Light yet. I haven't found it. But soon as I find it in my price range, I'm snagging it. I am snagging it. Mm. But hey, again, it's not a bad pour. I'm not. It's not. It's really not. It's way better than the other two that I tried. And since we're talking about Penelope, I don't know if you can find this one in your area because I don't know if it's one of those things that it comes and goes. But if you ever can find this Penelope toasted marshmallow toasted, this one right here is a good bottle. This is a good pour. It's 110 proof. This one is a very good pour. Can you find this bottle in your area? Let me know if you can find it. Pretty good. Pretty good. And I always like to do this. And if you've been following my channel, you know I always love to do this. Let me know in the comments below where you are watching this channel a little old fashioned. You don't have to put your city, but let's put your state because I want people to know that you have bourbon lovers probably right next door to you. So again, I'm in Jackson, Tennessee. So put it in the comments below where you from. Chad, thanks for subbing to my channel. Yes, Red, yeah, for sure, Red Dog 917. I am going to be excited to see what you come up with and how fast your YouTube channel is going to grow. So, Middle Indiana, got one of the Texas, Wisconsin, Central Texas, New York. Arthur, I thank you. I thank you. I love Penelope, really do. Steve exploding, South Jersey, Florida, Michigan, Oregon, Dallas. Yeah, San Antonio, Idaho. So again, if you look at the chat room, we got one from Canada. I love seeing people like from Canada and other parts of the world, of the country, of the world. I love to see that. I love to see that. So we have people who love bourbon everywhere. And let me tell you, bourbon brings people together. Vegas, hey, I know you from Vegas. I love that. You know, I come to Vegas every year, and I'm excited to come this year in September. And I'm definitely going to reach out to you when a couple of months before I get there, when I buy my plane tickets. I'm definitely going to reach out to you, Miguel. And hey, we might can meet up. So we definitely hit the back channel and we talk about that. John, what's going on? Everything sells here for MSRP. John, where are you from? 54298 chaos. As long as Canada knows they can't make bourbon, but hey, I'll pour them a sip. Cheers. Gotcha. Uh, Oregon. Okay. Oregon says, John said in Oregon, everything is MSRP. I need to come to Oregon. Looking forward to my first Kentucky Bourbon Trail trip in 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure you're going to have a great time because what I hear, that Bourbon Trail is very, very good. Now, I heard that it takes a few days to get through it. It's not one of those one day things. It's like a weekend thing. So let me know when you come back. Let me know how that trip was. Yeah, let me know how the trip was. I will be, I'm willing to drive up to Austin, Texas, and pick up. 210. I think we're gonna get it done because we are talking about going to Austin, and we're making those decisions now. But I appreciate that. JT. Yeah, that's not bad. But hey, really quickly, I have to do this because toot my own horn. I know people already know, but people who don't know, I have to go over the three things that I'm excited about. And of course, a cheap plug for me, a little old fashioned bourbon, a guide to bourbon and whiskey. This right here is on Amazon. It's a quick read and it's a very easy read. But if you want to know about bourbon and whiskey, it takes you from the bottom all the way to the top. It tells you everything you need to know about bourbon and whiskey. It even has my rating scale on here, and I rate my bourbons between 1 through 10. Nothing gets a 10, but I do have the rating of a 10 in this book, and it tells you why I gave that bottle a 10. Now, this is very, very exciting to me because a lot of people ask me about bourbon and whiskey, and I just say, hey, get the book because it will tell you everything you need to know from start to finish. And another thing that I'm excited about, a lot of people have never seen it. I don't think it has ever been done. This is going to be a little old fashioned sip and shade coloring book. And this here is adult coloring book and it's pretty cool. My wife actually uses this because coloring, it calms her down. And if you just take a sip of bourbon, get you a coloring book, and you just chilling out, very cool, very cool. And another thing, and this is the last thing, is going to be the bourbon and whiskey puzzle book because when I go to airports, and you have to get to the airport 2 hours early. You don't have nothing to do. You put in your ear pods or your earphones and you just be looking around. But guess what? I solved that problem. Why? Because we have a puzzle book now and it's all about bourbon. You can actually get these three on Amazon. And when you do, let me know in the comments below and we're going to shoot you out or give you a shout out. Either on our YouTube channel, our Patreon, we're going to figure out something. We're going to figure out something. But let's go to another drink. Since I got this Penelope toasted marshmallow, let's open it up. Just because I got it here. And it's been a minute. Let me wash out this Glencairn really quickly. And let's try this again. Yeah, let's try this again. Oh, see, I was saying that I would drink your still Austin. Oh, 210. I appreciate the offer, 210. I appreciate it. If you ever want to talk bourbon history next time you're in St. Louis, check out ABV Barrel Shop. You know, Trey, I heard that St. Louis has a bourbon festival, and I was told 3 days ago to check into that. So, Trey, does St. Louis have a bourbon festival? And if you do know that, when is it? You missed a George T. Stagg reveal. We might just go over that George T. Stagg tonight because that is a very good bottle. I have to end it with a very good pour, so that might be one. Jesse J3T. Good evening. Cheers. Jesse, if this is your first time coming through, hit that like and subscribe button. Buddy, have you opened the Project X? I have. I have opened the Project X. And this is finished in sherry cask. And again, it gives me that wine feel, but it's not as bad as the short barrel, but it's a decent bottle. It's a decent bottle. Yeah, this man, the nose on this marshmallow toasted. That's what you get, marshmallow toasted. Yeah, this right here is nice. If you ever can find one, make sure you can find it in your price range. Make sure you find it as close to MSR as possible. So look it up online before you go out and purchase a bottle. But if you can get a bottle as close to MSRP, this one right here, pick one up. Pick one up. Carlos, have all three books now. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Carlos. And if you do have all three books, if you want to be in the newsletter, take a picture, all three books, send it through my email, a little old fashioned at hotmail.com. And I'm going to put you in the newsletter that we're going to send out this month. So let me know, or if you don't, if you want to be in the newsletter, send me a shot. The Project X finish in sherry and cognac was much better. Poor decision. I'm looking for that bottle. So when I find it, I'm going to definitely pick one up. So June 13th, Bourbon and Brews tickets on sale now. Okay, June 13th. April, May, June. Okay, I might look into that. That's a little bit down the road because Spillway is in April. So I got May, June. So I probably can do that. Thank you for that. Going to pick up my Bowman Cash Strength Batch 5 this week. Oh my God. So HNA says he's going to pick up I'm thinking A. Smith Bowman Cash Strength Batch 5 this week. How do I like mine? I tell you what, I love mine. And I'm pretty sure you're going to love yours. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for telling us that. And hopefully, you come back to this channel when you pick one up and you try it. Hopefully, you come back to one of my live streams and you tell me exactly what you think about that bottle because I love mine. Have I tried the Peerless Toasted yet? I don't, no, I haven't. I haven't yet. I don't have that bottle yet. So I haven't tried it yet. Jerome, we just went over a few bottles. Jerome, we went over the Steel House, which this is an 80 proof, and in my opinion, it's not for me. Um, I don't think it is a mixer. In my opinion, it's one of those things you can give as a gag gift right there. And we decided, or I decided, which one was worse between the Steel House and the Short Barrel. And still, the Short Barrel is not my favorite. And we are going over now the Marshmallow Penelope Toasted. This one right here. That's what I'm drinking now. Angie, what's going on? What's going on? Angie, baby, it's always good to see you. Cheers from Kansas. All right. Hey, thank you for watching from Kansas. So if this is your first time, hit that like and subscribe button. Angie, everybody knows you in here. Jason, what's going on? What's going on, Jason? Man, that Penelope marshmallow is nice. It's nice. And that's why I love bourbon because of the flavors, the conversation. I know what I was going to say because something took my mind off what I was going to say. Um, Bourbon is one of those things that you have in common. That's why I love to put, when I say drop your state and your city in the comments, because you never know who is close to you. What I noticed is bourbon can bring people that you never met together, and y'all would end up becoming associates. I'm not saying friends, but associates. We went to an event about 2 weeks ago, and I like old fashions, and I decided to give me an old fashioned that night. I'm sitting there drinking my old fashioned, and a couple walked in and they ordered an old fashioned. The house old fashioned was made with Weller Special Reserve. So I just said, hey, it's not a big deal. Give me the house old fashioned Special Reserve. And the couple sitting next to me said the same thing. Hey, I'm not really worried about what you put in there. Weller Special Reserve, they okay with that also. So I'm drinking my drink. The waitress bring them their drink, and I saw that they were both drinking old fashions. And I said immediately, those are friends of mine because we have something in common. So I just casually leaned over and I said, I see you have an old fashioned. My name is Chad and I love old fashions. I have a YouTube channel called A Little Old Fashioned. I just have one question for you. If you were making an old fashioned at home, which bourbon or rye would you use? Would you use the special reserve Weller? And they said, absolutely not. And then the conversation started. And we talked probably for about an hour and 15 minutes. And I didn't even know the guy. And after that, we hooked up on Instagram, and he sent me a friend request. I sent him a friend request, and now, hey, we associates. So bourbon can bring people together, and you might not even know that person, but guess what? Y'all have something in common. All you have to do is just take the time out, say something to that person, and you never know what comes out of it. Gag gift literary. Steve, hey twin. HD. Yeah, Carlos, that Penelope marshmallow is amazing. You didn't order the book for Reserve Double O. No, poor decision because their house bourbon, or the house bourbon, I guess, what they make old fashions with was a special reserve, and I didn't want to upcharge or pay for the upcharge for better bourbon or whiskey because I have all this at home and I was just going to have one drink. So I said, hey, why not? Billy Brock, what's going on? What's going on? 7652. My choice of an old fashioned. Now, author, I tell you what, I will make an old fashioned out of anything, but I like a high rye. And if I'm going to choose my rye to go in my old fashioned, you probably would never pick this bottle, and you probably would never think that I'm going to pick this bottle. But let me show you what it's going to be. My preferred rye in old fashioned, the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye. This makes a great old fashioned. Why? Because it's sweet, the proof is strong, you have that oakiness, you have that ryeness, you have that graininess all together in the old fashioned when you're talking about the sugar, the bitters, the cherry, the premium cherry, the orange peel, all mixed up. And if you smoke it, very, very good. Very good. You make me want to make one now. Man, Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. You poured out your Barstown Weeder tonight, John. That is a great pour. I would drink that all day long. If I had to give, if I had to get rid of all my bottles, and someone said, "Hey, a little old fashioned, you only can keep 10 bottles." That would be an easy 10. I say 10 bottles. I should have said five. I was going to say five. I was going to say five, but I said, nah, five is going to be hard. But 10, I could do 10. Probably should try that myself. Yeah, try that. Try that. Yeah, if I had everything right now in front of me, I would make me an old fashioned. I haven't came across an Eagle Rare 12 yet. That's still in my eyesight. I'm looking for one. I'm looking for one. I haven't found one yet. And what I've been told is I'm going to have to go to Kentucky or somewhere out of Tennessee just to get that Eagle Rare 12. Yeah, you just about to kill the Jack Daniels ride. You go pick up another three. I feel you. I have one. I have two on the shelf, and I have one open. So I have no. Actually, I have two on the shelf, one here, and then the open one. I have 3.5 bottles here. I seen the message release is only available in like 8 states. So yeah, TL07. I know it's in Kentucky, and I'm going to have to go to Kentucky. Yeah, everyone has their own preference. Drink what you like. I agree with that, Steve. Matter of fact, I did a video on that, bourbon rules, and that was one of my bourbon rules that if you like something and that person don't like something or vice versa, hey, that's why bourbon is so that's why they have so many bottles, because people have different palates. I'm never going to knock what you drink just because I don't like it. I'm pretty sure some bottles around here that I like that you don't like. So I'm never going to say, hey man, you a fool for liking that, because A, your palate is different from mine. Havana yet. I haven't had a Havana yet, James. I have the Rio. I thought I was going to pick up a Penelope Havana, and um, I came very close, very close. They said it was going to be on the truck. I got the inside track. I did get the inside track, and they said, hey, that Penelope Havana is going to be X, Y, and Z Friday. And I said, okay, I'm going to call down there before I drive an hour away to pick up that bottle. And I called, and they say it didn't come. They say it didn't come. So I'm going to take their word for it and say it didn't come. But they saved me a whole trip, because let's say it did come and they sold it, and I would have drove an hour down, an hour back, and it been a wasted trip. So I don't know if they sold it or not, but he saved me a trip. There's have some in Dallas, but it's high. I'm going to make a banana Foster with the Jack Daniels rye. I never had a banana Foster. I know what it is, but I never had one. Yeah, that TL07 is hard to find. Hello, what's going on? I think Zach, what's going on? If it's your first time here, hey, hit the like and subscribe button and check out some videos for sure. So Drew says, for those who have had Eagle Red 12, how do you like it? Smoked for 50 years, so what I taste would be screwed. I got you, Chad. If you can keep only one drink from distillery only, what would it be? If I can only keep only one distillery only, it would probably would be it'd be Buffalo Trace. I mean, really, it would be Buffalo Trace, because you really can't go wrong with Buffalo Trace. I mean, from the regular Buffalo Trace all the way up to the George T. Staggs. Um, um, yeah, yeah. Zach, I feel you. It took me 2 years, Zach, but I got it. Hey, I said, do you remember how much you paid for the George T. Stagg and where did you buy it? Yeah, I paid $4.99 for the George T. Stagg. I got it in Savannah, Tennessee. If you go back and watch that video, it's about maybe 4 videos ago. Um, Go back there, watch that video. You see exactly where I picked up that George T. Stagg, and you see exactly how much I paid for it. Yeah, the HD, the Havana, I heard it was sweet. The Rio is sweet too. So yeah, yeah. It's been 2 years, and I picked up pretty much all of this in 2 years because I like to do some bourbon hunting. So if you never checked it out, Zach, go back and check out some of those videos, me bourbon hunting. And if you've been following my channel, every store that I go into, I buy something. I buy something in every store that I go into. Kings. Question: would you say I found a good bottle for a good price? I got the Jack Daniels for 41. I tell you what, you got that Jack Daniels Heritage for 4.99. You got a good bottle at a great price. You did. You did. You really did. You know, that's one of my intros. Let's see if we can go in and find some good bottles at some great prices. And you did with that Jack Daniels Heritage for $41. You over there with my aunt and uncle, Florida, supposedly got Eagle at 12, $200. Wow. Yeah, King, I'm not going to say you should have bought two, but I would have bought two. For $41, I would have bought two because I haven't seen it that cheap around here anywhere. It might be $41 as a staple on your shelf. So if you can find it for $41 in any liquor store that you go into in your area, don't worry about it. But if they're one of those stores that you walked in and you saw a sale price for $41, I would definitely go back and pick another one up. Yeah, that's a poor decision. You got me. I feel you. I feel you. I would have did the same thing because $41 is an amazing price. A grocery store, I would definitely go back and buy a few more because I'm pretty sure when people find out that Heritage $41 is going to be gone. And that's why I'm thinking it had to be on sale. I would definitely go back and get it. Do I think Van Winkle 15 years old? Not, no, no, I don't. I don't think the 15-year Van Winkle. I don't think anything in the Van Winkle family is worth $1,000. And I've tried the 12, and I haven't tried the 15. So I can't really speak on the 15, the taste of it, but I can speak on the price. I don't think I don't think it's worth $1,000. I really don't. Bar sound weeded right now. Okay. 3373. You sipping on some bar sound weeded? Can't go wrong with that. That bar sound weeded is a nice bottle. They only had two. Okay, got you. I haven't found the Sazerac foolproof yet. I'm probably going to have to go to Kentucky to find that one also. For some reason, bottles are not making their way down to Jackson, Tennessee. I don't know why. Poor decision, parent. Have you found that Sazerac rye the Sazerac rye foolproof in your area? I know you're just down the street, but you shop at some different stores than I do. So let me know if you can find that one in your area. I found the Eagle Rare at Sam's Club for $32. I'm pretty sure you're talking about an Eagle Rare 10 year. Nothing worth $1,000. I feel you. 210, $1,000 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. My cap is 140. Everybody has a cap. Everybody has a cap. I'll tell you what, let me see if I can do something really quickly. Let me see if I can do something. Probably not. Okay. I'm going to do a poll real quick. Well, yeah, here you go. Okay. Uh, Here you go. All right. Here we go. Restarting the poll really quickly. Restarting the poll just to see. And we're going to let this poll go on for probably 2 minutes. We're going to set it up there. Thick Soup Stew. What's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Now, that's your unicorn bottle now. Just want to see, we have 60 people here, and just want to see where everyone stand. Have a very respectable collection. I appreciate that. 500, no more than 500. Got you. HN, okay, HNA. I appreciate that. Don't be jealous. Um, you in Virginia. I'm in Tennessee. I'm pretty sure we don't have the same prices or the same product. And I go to liquor stores probably 4 times a week, 5 times a week. So hey, and I buy something in every store that I go into just because I need the content and I love bourbon hunting. Alpha, I finally found the old Dominic cash strength. The neck pour was very mid. I hope it gets better. Okay. I think it will. I think it will. But the reason I said this, the unicorn is one of those bottles that you've been looking for, and like a George T. Stagg. The reason I say George C. Stagg because some of the George C. Staggs that I've seen in liquor stores is like $1,200. And I know some people who always wanted the George C. Stagg, and they say when they find it, they will pay over $1,000 for it. So that's what I meant by unicorns. Cooper's Crab, $100 pour is very good. Yeah, that Cooper's Crab is very good. I take free pictures of unicorn bottles. I feel you. So let's see where we at. Let's see where we at really quickly. We're gonna stop this poll just because I think everybody. All right. So 35 people voted. And I I didn't think 20 people would say yes. 20% of the people out of 35 votes said they will pay $1,000 for their unicorn. And that's what I love about bourbon. That's what I say when that's what I mean when I say I never would count other people's pockets. We don't know if there are millionaires watching this channel right now. And if you are a millionaire, send me something. No, not to show you. But if you are a millionaire watching this channel right now, $1,000 for a bottle is nothing for you. So I cannot count other people's pockets. Just because I'm not going to pay for it doesn't mean somebody else won't pay for it. And if you can break this down to a simple level, because I know some people who don't like to go to nice restaurants and pay $200 or $300 for a nice meal because they say that that's blowing money. They rather eat at McDonald's or Wendy's. And I look at it as the same thing because I like to go to nice restaurants sometime and I will pay $200-$300, especially for like an anniversary dinner or birthday dinner. I'm going to splurge because that's a special day. And a lot of people say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I understand that and I respect that. But I do it. So when a person says, I spend $1,000 for a bottle, I'm going to say, yeah, okay, fine. That's your money. I particularly won't do it, but I understand it. I understand it. Some liars. Penelope, 10-year estate. Gary. Garvey. Okay, 888. Penelope, 10-year estate. That's what you're drinking on tonight? It depends. If you go out with people on a special day, it's like a memory. Yeah, but a memory, memories, it depends on what good memory it is for you. You know, a memory for mine is going to be buying my first George C. Stagg. I know that's silly, but it is because I always wanted a bottle of George C. Stagg. So that's going to be in my memory for a very long time, just like an anniversary dinner. So it really depends on what you call a good memory. Maybe on my deathbed. uh, real billionaires, plenty of zeros, just waiting on the number. You got your for it. That's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Some can afford. Yeah, thick suits. I feel you. I feel you. Buy what you like. That's what I always say. Buy what you like. Tonight's pour is a Elijah Craig Barrel Proof store pick. Good deal. I'm pretty sure that store pick is very good. Very good. So let's my glass is empty. And let's see. Let's see. I'll tell you what, B. I'll tell you what, B. This is what we're gonna do. Since I have a bottle of George C. Stagg, B sent me a sample of George C. Stagg, 2023, 135 proof, this one right here. And we are going to sip on this thing because now I have my own bottle. It's a 2024, but I have my own bottle and I don't mind drinking a little bit of good stuff tonight because I don't have to work tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. Yeah, hit that old Kirk. I should have hit that old Kirk. That old Kirk is good. And I know poor decision parent that y'all like that old Kirk over there. I heard the story about it. I heard the story about the old Kirk when you came down to the liquor store down here and you bought cases and cases of the old Kirk. I heard it. I heard it. And it is a pretty good pour. It is a pretty good pour. So in our opinion, we prefer the 2023 over the 2024 and 2025. Okay. I haven't tried the 2025, but I tell you what, the 2023 is good. All right, yeah. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's why I love George T. Stagg. That's why the 2024 bottle is the best bottle I have here in A Little Old Fashioned. it actually beat the A. Smith Bowman. It beat it out, but it didn't beat it out by that much. I mean, what I mean, it's like almost neck and neck, almost neck and neck. But the George C. Stagg did come out front. We're going to do that test again. We're going to revisit that and try it again. But right now, the best bottle that I have on my shelf is going to be that George C. Stagg. Is the sample better than the bottle? The sample's good. The sample, oh, let's see. Oh, y'all gonna make me do it. Even though I want to do it. I say y'all gonna make me do it, but I want to do it. I just went away from my game plan. My game plan was to open up some David Nelson's 1843, but my game plan is switched up tonight. Okay, this is going to be a sample, and this is going to be the bottle I bought. Uh, this one right here. That's good though. That's good. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this one off the bat, and I'm gonna say this one has opened up way more. I can tell, but this is more it's more it has a more spice on the tongue, spice on the mid palate and the finish. It's a more sweet, spicy than this one. But let me try it one more time. Let me try this one more time. Wow. I am going to say the sample might be better than the bottle right now. The 2003 is much smoother. It's much more balanced. It's much more complete, balanced, smoother bottle. The finish is there, but it's not as aggressive. This one is a balance. It is a complete, and it's sweet, but the finish is more aggressive. So it depends on which finish that you want at the time. This one I think would go better with a cigar. This one I think would go great with a steak at a meal. That's tough. That's tough. But if you ask me right now, in my honest, true opinion, it'd be the 23. It'd be the 23. Yeah. My honest opinion right now, it'd be the 23. And again, I'm expecting this bottle to open up. I'm expecting it to balance more out and to have a smoother balance and taste. Right now, this one right here is way, and I'm gonna say way, but it's more complete. What I mean by that is when you taste it, you taste every note that it's supposed to give you, but you taste it all together. This one right here, you have to wait a minute because it's aggressive. On the tongue, you get a little burn, but then it eventually gives you what the bottle needs to give you. But you have to wait that second before you get it. This one right here, you get it as soon as it hits your tongue. So there's a difference. There's a difference. Both are great bottles. But right now, I'm going to say the 2023. Yeah. Poor decision, parent. You got that one right, buddy. B, we put the George C. Stagg, the sample that you brought me, sent me to 2023, and we put it against the 2024 because they asked me which one was better. So we poured a little bit of 2023, a little bit of 2024, and we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And my verdict came out to be right now, as we speak, my honest opinion, right now. Not saying that things won't change, but right now, I'm going to say the sample that you sent me, the 2023, is a little bit better than the 2024. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to wait till that George C. Stagg 2024 open up a little bit more because it seems like this bottle has been opened up and has aired out and has balanced out. And now you have a complete balanced pour. This thing is phenomenal. This thing is great. So right now, as we speak, 2023 is the winner. Yeah, you can't go wrong with either. You can't go wrong with either. No, I don't have the 2025. Yeah, Georgia Cheese Stag is, yeah. And again, you know, the 2023, but yeah, it's a pretty decent bottle for right now. And the thing, and see, this is why I like doing blinds, but I don't like to do blinds. I like to do tastings, but I don't like to do tastings. I like to do ratings, but I don't like to do ratings. The reason I can say that and like contradict myself is because when you revisit a bottle, it might have changed. So right now, the 2023 is a better bottle. It's not a way better bottle. It just has a milder, balanced taste to it. And if I had to rate them, I mean, it'd be 1 point difference. But you wanted me to tell you the winner, and I can't say a tie. I can't say a tie. So I have to say who wins because nothing is a tie. Something is better than another product. Nothing is a tie. So I had to break the tie by saying what I said. Now, it doesn't mean that's going to change next week. Next week, I'll get back in here and say, no, that's a better bottle. Why? Because things have probably changed. Either I ate something or did something or smoked something. I don't know. Something might have changed, and now my palate wants a more aggressive pour. But right now, these things are great, but this one outweighed this one by a fraction. A fraction. Pat Mac 16 just picked up a bottle of Old Forester 1924. Can't beat that. Very good bottle. I remember seeing you buy a bottle a while ago. What were your thoughts on that one? Um, Good question. That Old Forester 1924, in my opinion, is the best bottle of Old Forester that you can have on your shelf. And I have many of them. I have the single barrel rye, single barrel full proof, single barrel 100 proof. I have all the Old Foresters up here, over here, and then 1924 is the best one in my opinion. And cars, just cause cars are better than. That's a good one. That's a good one, Thick Suit. Yeah, I would love a cigar and a ribeye. Rod 3 Batch 1 Cigar Series Thick Soup. Let me know what you think about the Rod 3 cigar. Patrick, what's going on? Patrick, little dude. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by. Sipping on the Smoke Wagon Blenders Select Rye 116 proof. Great bottle. Okay, let me see what Smoke Wagon I got. I got the uncut, unfiltered. Yeah, I haven't popped that one open yet. I'm just gonna pick up the 1910 sometime. I didn't realize the double oak. I thought it was just 93 proof. All right. Yeah, Patrick, little dude, I appreciate you stopping by, sir. Hmm. Wow. Yeah, man. That this George C. Stagg, man, it's the truth. I'm always gonna have that on my list. Every time I do a hunt, if I see a George C. Stagg and I see it in my price range, and my price range is gonna be $4.99 and under, I'm gonna pick up a bottle for sure. Series one is different. Okay. Yeah, BK, pull out that George T. Why not? Where are some bottles you are currently hunting for? Kevin, the Russells, the Russells 15, Thomas Handy. I'm still looking for a Jack Daniels 14. Even though B sent me a sample, I still want my own bottle. Um, I'm looking for another A. Smith Bowman. I'm looking for another George C. Stagg in my price range. Those simple bottles, those simple bottles. I'm still looking for a Havana because I really want that one so I can put it in my collection. So things of that nature. Patrick, little dude, that's what we just tasted. We had the sample of George T. Stagg 2023, and we have George T. Stagg 2024 in this one. And I think the George T. Stagg 2024 is a very, 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 very good bottle. Yeah, that A. Smith Bowman, I had my hands on a few bottles, but I didn't know what I had. I did not know what I had when I had my hand on that bottle. I was in Memphis, Tennessee, and I came across that bottle on the shelf, and I go back and I watch that video often, and it was like three bottles of A. Smith Bowman, and they were as close to MSRP as possible. And I grabbed one because I never seen that bottle before. I brought it home, and I remember sitting on it before I did a review. And when I did a review, I said, "Oh man, oh man." Then I looked it up online and I said, "Man, you need to go back and get one. You need to go back and get the rest of the bottles." And by the time I got back, they were all gone. And now I realized I made a mistake because now that bottle is over $400. Some people is, $399, $400, and I'm not paying secondary prices for it. But I had my hands on three bottles, and I should have picked them up. Would you put it up there with Old Carter? Uh, Patrick, yes. I'm tell you, good question. If someone said, Chad, you have to get rid of all of your bottles, but you can only keep 10, I can tell you the first three off the top of my head, the first four off the top of my head. And I'm going to have to figure out the rest of the six, but it probably be very easy. But the top of my head, my first four is going to be the George C. Stagg, the A. Smith Bowman, the Old Carter, the Jack Daniels Single Barrel Proof Rye, and probably the Rello 107. That's the top of my no, 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 no. I said it won't be the Rello 107. Let's take that one off. That's in my top 10, but it's not my top five. My top five is going to be the last one is going to be the E.H. Taylor, the Barrel Proof. Yeah, uncut, unfiltered. My fifth one. Oh, B. Yeah. Forgot about that one. Forgot about that one. So my top 10. My top 10. Let's go with my top 10. Top 10. Jack Daniels 10, 12, Corey Hill, 10, 12, Corey Hill, A. Smith Bowman, O. Carter, E.H. Taylor, George C. Stagg, Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, two more. I'm going to I'm going to have a Stag with me, and I'm going to say the Weller 107 right now. Those are my top 10. Those are my top 10. That's my top 10. The Corey Hill varies too much. But this Corey Hill is phenomenal. If that Magnus worth $200. Uh, to me, I got that Magnus, I think, for under $200, but it was close to MSRP as possible. I think you can find it for under $200. I think you can find it for under two. If you can, even if you have to order it. Now, me, I hunt for my bottles because I like the content. But if you want to be patient and order a bottle of cigar blend Joseph Magnus, I think you will come off better by getting it close to MSRP as possible and getting it at a cheaper price. But I think it is worth a premium because, in my opinion, that's the best cigar blend out there that I have tasted. I might be wrong, but in my opinion, it's the best one. Yeah, it's debatable for sure, for sure. Antique 107. Antique 107, the full proof. I think so, Arthur, right now because the Antique 107, I love that bottle. I do. I love that bottle, and I had to have a weeded bottle in there. I love that bottle. Did you get your care package? B. Poor decision said, did you get your care package? You pick up Jack Daniels Cinema Rough. Try Buzzer Roost. I do have that with t- tomorrow. I have that one. Let me see. Where's that at? This one right here. This talking about the cigar lounge. Tell me if you talking about that one or maybe not. What's the Havana running for now? I don't know how much the Porky. I don't know. I don't have that bottle. I thought I can find one, but I don't have it. So yeah, Tom, we tried this one. I picked this one up at CNC Liquor Store, and we tried it. And hey, it's a very good pour. You can definitely tell it's a maple. It was maple in it, cognac. You definitely can tell that one. This was one that I would definitely chill out with a couple of guys out there by a fire pit, smoking some cigars and telling lies. This is a good bottle for that. It's 109 proof. So if you're looking for a good cigar blend, hey, try this one. Get you a cigar, get you a couple of guys together, tell some lies, have a great time. So Danny said he bought the Joseph Magnus cigar blend for 179. So yeah, definitely try to get it up under $200. Let's be patient. It's out there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wild turkey. Yeah, I do it. To be honest with you, Wild Turkey 101, a good entry bottle. I remember drinking Wild Turkey 101 a long time ago. It's a very good bottle. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it's a very good entry bottle. I have Wild Turkey Anniversary up there. I have a Wild Turkey 8 year. I have a Wild Turkey Voyage. Now let's talk about that Wild Turkey Voyage. I paid pretty good money for that Wild Turkey Voyage. And even though this short barrel is probably the lowest bottle I have here, the little old fashioned, I'm not going to say it's terrible, but I'm going to say it's the lowest ranking bottle. And the second one is going to be the Steelhouse. And the third one, believe it or not, is going to be the Wild Turkey Voyage. Because I really didn't like that one. So to answer your question, I do have a lot of Wild Turkey here. That Wild Turkey Rare Breed is a very good bottle. And believe it or not, the Wild Turkey Rye, Rare Breed Rye, is a very good bottle to make an old fashioned. So I do have Wild Turkey products here, and they are all very good. Porky, that that Wild Turkey Voyage, I did not like. That Wild Turkey Rare Breed is good for sure. You got to try to sip it on that George C. Stagg after talking about it. You know, the 23 is gone. That 23 George C. Stagg is gone. Hmm. Now it's gone. What do you think of some of the most overhyped bottles that people should maybe think about twice by buying? Ooh, overpriced bottles. That's a good one. I haven't picked up that Smoky Eye Hill yet, Patrick. Overhyped bottles. Whoa. I, whoa. Whoa. That's a good question. That's a good question. And I have two right here by my foot, and I'm going to surprise you with this one because I just opened this one. This one, it disappointed me. The Blanton's Gold, and it's a store pig. It really disappointed me because I thought I was going to get more from this Blanton's Gold. I don't know why, because Blanton's, regular Blanton's, it's a decent pour. I think everybody should try it, but that was an overhyped bottle, in my opinion. And I thought the Blanton's Gold would probably be a better version or a better tasting bottle, but it wasn't. So this is one. The second one I'm going to say, and people might not agree with me, but even though it makes a great old fashioned, it does not drink well neat, and that's going to be the Willet for you. Now you may say, "Hey, a little old fashioned, that bottle's almost gone." Yeah, because it goes great with old fashioned, but neat, it needs a little bit more time in the barrel, in my opinion. So this is another one. Let's see. Do I have a third one that I can give you? Uh, right now, those are only two that I get pops in my head. There was a great score on the goal store pick. Yeah, it was. It was. In my opinion, it was a great score on that one. But I thought it was going to give me a little bit more punch. I really did. It really did. And maybe it's it maybe in my head I was so excited to have it and so looking forward that big experience. And then when I tasted it, it let me down because it wasn't what I thought it should be in my head. Now, not saying that you won't like it. You might love that bottle, but I hyped it up so much and I wanted so much from that bottle, and it did not give me what I thought. I'm still looking for that Smoky Eye Hill for sure. When we are going to do a little old fashioned infinity barrel. You know, I have one, but it's too small. I have this one and it is full to the top. And this is what I started. It's too small. So I need a bigger one. So we do have a little old fashioned mini barrel, but it's too small. I haven't tried the Bell Mead in the farms. No, I haven't tried that one yet. They have me at blue corn. Blue corn is 100. I need to find blue corn. Okay. Yeah, that Pappy 10 year. Um, I think all the Pappies are overhyped. I really do. I tried the Pappy's 10, Pappy's 12. I think those bottles are overhyped. I've tried those two, and I would never pay the price they wanted for it. I don't even think I will pay MSRP for those bottles because I don't think it's worth it. Because the experience, the taste, the finish, everything about that bottle is way, way, way overhyped. And then again, everything you get from me is just my opinion. Okay, Bourbon Cowboy, got you. There's a lot of bottles here that I say that I will buy again, but this is my thing. This is my thing. Even though I watch a lot of bourbon channels, I try to take what I need from them and then I go out and make my own personal decision. If you go to a liquor store that lets you try before you buy, that's a good place. But I never go off someone else's opinion. I try it and then I give my own opinion. Now, if you tell me that bottle is not worth hunting for, I might drop it from my number one down to my number 10, but guess what? It's still on the list somewhere. I'm eventually going to pick that bottle up at some point in time. It might have dropped a little bit because I'm taking your opinion into consideration, but that doesn't mean that I'm taking your opinion as law and I'm going to take it completely off my list. I'm not. Like the Calumet. A lot of people don't talk about Calumet. Some people say Calumet is not worth it. I hear you. So I have taken the Calumet from the top of my list and I dropped it down toward the bottom. But guess what? I'm still going to pick up all the Calumet at some point in time. So never ever just go by what other people say. You have to try it before you buy it. Somebody says Pappy 15 is fire. All right. I'm watching Paradise on Hulu and they're drinking Blanton's. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Um, and again, shows like that, when volume and stuff starts to drop, they put it on TV shows because again, that Blanton's wasn't, I don't think wasn't that extreme or that noticeable or that wanted until John Wick opened that bottle up on the show. Where are you finding bookers for $50? That's a good question. Calumet 18 is good, but not $500. Again, Jigs is a professional drinker. Jigs is a professional drinker. Jigs, you see what Bobby said? Jigs, they calling you professional drinker. Jigs said he's only seasonal. So what season is that, Jigs? Hey, for those who haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit this like and subscribe button. We are on our way to 11,000. Hopefully we can get to 11,000 quicker than we did 10, but I think we can get there with your support. And since we're talking about subscribers, please go back and hype the video or at least comment on the video. Because when you hype the video, YouTube noticed that. When you comment on the video, YouTube, they notice that also. So watch the videos, comment, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the hype button. Do me that favor. I appreciate you. But by a campfire with friends, I reach for that Knob Creek 9 solid bottle. Very tasty. Yeah, Porky, the reason I picked that bottle, the reason I say that is because I'm not going to say a lot of people have tasted the Knob Creek 9, but that is a common bottle. I like to bring things that people haven't tried before. because I like to give those people another experience, something they haven't tried before, something that I think everybody should try. And that's why I say I was going to bring this one, because this is new. Nobody, a lot of people are not going to buy bottles at certain prices, but I am, and I'm willing to share. So that's why I said I will bring that one. Just my own preference. Calumet has a bottle and bond people need to try. All right. Bring down Creek 9 to a bottle share. It's for them to get drunk on it. And again, I like to bring stuff, especially around friends that I know. I like to bring stuff that they haven't tried before. So, Chad, what's the best bottle you brought to a bottle share? I haven't been to a lot of bottle shares, B, but I tell you, the last time I went to a bottle share, I brought all the bottles. I know this sounds weird. I know this sounds weird. How do you go to a bottle share and you brought all the bottles? Let me tell you how I got there. I made my own bottle share. We were at an event, and I knew that their wives were going to bring their husbands, and it was a event that I went with my wife, and I knew that we were going to be at a place that it wasn't a lot of places next to it, so we were sort of secluded. So I brought some bottles and I brought some Glencairns, and we sat down there in the lounge and we did a bottle. I'm not even calling it a bottle share. Well, I guess it is a bottle share because I share my bottles. So it is a bottle share because I shared my bottles with other people. But I enjoyed that. Why? Because some people there have never tried some bottles that I brought, and we had some good conversations. We found out we have a lot in common, and I think we were they're going to remember that. So, um, poor decisions. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some too. I'm gonna bring some too. Have you cracked to? I haven't. So I'm looking poor decision parents. I'm looking forward to that. Kings. No one else had bottles because it wasn't planned. Don't give me. It wasn't planned. So I did not say, "Hey, we're gonna have a bottle share." I just knew that it wasn't nothing else around in the area, and I knew that I wanted to drink, and I knew that I wanted to share my bottles with uh, some husbands that my wife works with, because that helps uh, form relationships, and what other way to form relationships with other people's husbands than bourbon. So I figured, let's hit two birds with one stone. Let's bring some bottles that people will not normally drink or buy, and let's build some relationships. So it wasn't planned. I just say, hey, come on down, meet me downstairs. If you like bourbon, hey, I got something you want to taste. Spread out the Glencairns. We did some pours. We had a great time. Had a great time. That's what I said. The people who brought the bottle make the rules. You got that right, Jigs. That's where I got that from. There you go. There you go. The host, the person who brought the bottle, that make the rules. First rule of a bottle share is don't be the one that doesn't bring a bottle. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But it technically, it wasn't required because they didn't know that it was a bottle share until I told them it was a bottle share. And the reason I'm saying it's a bottle share is because I shared my bottles. But anyway, yeah, everybody's going to be drinking mine. And I planned that. I wanted that. And I knew that was going to be the case. And again, bourbon is about sharing bottles, making relationships. You never know what has come out for those relationships. So many things could have happened just by me sharing those bottles for 2 hours at night. You never know. That person says, hey, uh, I know Little Old Fashioned is looking for this bottle, or I know that he wants to do this or that, or I think he liked this. You never know what comes out of sharing just a little bottle, a little pour of bourbon with strangers. They're going to remember that. I guarantee you they will. And what it cost me, nothing. What bottle was the most popular at the bottle share? Believe it or not, it was going to be the 1792 foolproof. They like the 1792 foolproof over the Stagg, over the old granddad bonded, and I brought another one. So to answer your question, they love the 1792 foolproof. B, I don't know if you heard or saw Poor Decision. He asked, "Did you get your care package?" And I don't know if you answered that or not, but just to go over it, I know Poor Decision asked B, "Did you get your care package?" How did you think? You know, to be honest with you, I didn't think the Cubs were going. I always think the Cubs were going to do great, but in the back of my mind, are they really going to do good? Or are they going to go to the World Series? I mean, eh, you always hope your team going to do good, but you always think the best. Um, but you never know. The reason I say who brought the bottle make the rules is if bottle shares to me should have some type of structure. What I mean by structure is whoever brought the bottle should tell you why they brought the bottle, what they think about the bottle, pour the bottle out, and then when everybody gets around, everybody opens their bottles, then the rules sort of dwindle away. But the first start of a bottle share, in my opinion, it needs to be some structure about it. Because, hey, if you brought a bottle of George T. Stagg and I brought a bottle of what is it? I don't know, Benchmark. You bought a bottle of George T. Stagg. I bought a bottle of Benchmark. You put your George T. Stagg down on the table. I pitch my big mark, put my Benchmark down on the table. I pick up your George T. Stagg. I'll pop it open, and I fill my Glencairn up all the way to the top, and I walk off, and I drink your George T. Stagg. Then I come back over, and I pour your other George T. Stagg all the way to the top. Then I walk off, do my thing. Nobody touched my Benchmark yet. How you gonna feel about that? It's some rules to this thing. It is some rules to this thing. Have I tried the new early times yet? Not yet. Not yet. Haven't found one yet. Haven't come across a Russell 15 yet. Still looking. 1792 foolproof is great pour for sure. Yeah. Seen the drunk guy fill half his Glencairn. Yep, Corey Hill. Is that Corey Hill and Diet Coke? You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't be the host of the event, not the bottle owner. Have you seen it? I feel you. I feel you, Thick. I feel you. He should have brought the George T. Stagg. Once it's on the table, it's not yours anymore. Yeah, you know, Jigs, I feel you. I feel you. But it's still some rules to it. It's still some rules to it. You know, the thing about that is people might not like the rules. It might not be a rule for you. But I guarantee you this. If you mess up something in the bottle share, you will be the last one to know. You will be the last one to know. People, they understand a little bit of being I guess reading the room. That's what I'm getting at. Reading the room. If you bring this is just my opinion again. This is just my opinion. If you bring a $20 bottle and you sit that $20 bottle down on the table, you're right. That bottle's for everybody. But if you don't talk about your $20 bottle and tell me why you brought your $20 bottle and tell me what you like about it, and you steady drinking my $100 bottle and you filling your my $100 bottle all the way up and not touching your bottle and you just drinking my bottle, I got a problem with that. I do. Again, this is supposed to be a bottle share, a shared event. We sitting down, we talk about bourbon, we having relationships. But you came in that bottle share and you came in for the wrong reasons, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. I would never, ever, ever, and I think it's rude. I would never, ever, ever come into a bottle share with a bottle that is a $20 bottle and then steady drinking your $100 bottle like it's water. I would never do that. I think that's rude. Can I bring an empty bottle and fill it up during the bottle? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know, if you don't have rules to that, you see my man said, can he bring a bottle to a bottle share and fill it up? Now, people say, no, you can't do that. Why? Why? If you don't have rules, why not? See, what's common sense to you might not be common sense to somebody else. And I know he's probably playing, but you got some other people saying, if there's no rules, I can do what I want to do. But there's rules. You see what I'm saying? Sharing is for sampling. But then again, if you say there's no rules, you can't make rules on the go. You have to establish those rules from the get-go. And that's what I do. So it's no misinformation, there's no hesitation. Everybody knows. What age statement do you think bourbon is too oaky? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Uh, that's a good one. The reason I say that's a good one is because I like the Peerless double oak, but it gets more on the oaky side. And I don't know the age statement of that Peerless double oak, but the Woodford double oak is is a very good bottle in my opinion. So I don't know the age statement, but I know it can get too oaky. But that's one of those things I got to get back and sort of put pen to paper on B. But that's a good question. Price shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter, Jigs, but it does. It does. A lot of things shouldn't matter, but they do. I mean, really, they do. And I'm pretty sure we can try to reason this thing out, but it does. Privilege double oak is good. Their toasted is better. I haven't tried the toasted yet. Exactly, Gordon. And exactly. We have had people and be invited to a bottle share and never again. And that's why I say is if you do something wrong at the bottle share, you're the last person to know. You might think you walk away, you say, hey, I had a good time, but guess what? You never go be invited back. Why? There's rules to this thing. See what I'm saying? B, you get it. You get it. And B, he probably would never be back. Taste is subjective. Of course, yeah, taste is definitely subjective. Berry char has a lot to do with that, yeah. What are you drinking? Right now, I'm drinking the rest of this 2024 George T. Stagg. I don't know why I'm just sipping on it. It's a very good bottle. William Hall, 007. What's going on? William, thank you for joining us. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, William, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please hit that like and subscribe button because I'm asking for your support. But thank you for stopping by, William. I think we are doing good here. We are drinking the last part of the George T. Stagg 2024, which it is a great bottle. Tony, oh no, there's Tom N. Tom N Y2. 1792 foolproof for a pour. Snap the cork. Yeah, gotta save those old cork bottles, old corks for sure. I've had one. I had a Heaven Hill that the cork broke. Luckily, I have a lot of bottles here. It's all sipping liquor to me. All the Colonel Taylor, E.H. Taylor. What's my favorite? My favorite is going to be the uncut, unfiltered for sure. The reason why is the small batch is decent. I think the small batch was a little bit too overhyped when it first came out because it was like $99, $100 something when I first saw that bottle about a year and a half ago. Now it has dropped down to what I think is a reasonable price for the small batch. Even though the uncut, the unfiltered is a higher price, I got it at a decent price, but that bottle right there is my favorite. Chad, when you have an awesome pour out, that's the chance to side by side others. Um, oh, so I got you. Were you saying when I have a awesome pour like George C. Stagg, that's a chance to sort of put it to other bottles? I got you. I think that's what you're saying. I have not hit the two oaky pour yet. I love the oak and char. I love a good oak and char also. And usually when I get the oak and char, I like them in old fashions because it brings out the oakiness, and then when you put that simple syrup and that oakiness together, you're talking about a flavor bomb. Yeah, Steve, that's a good one. That's a good one. And usually sometimes when I can remember, I come in and I do this every so often. I mean, just every so often, every so often, and that sort of keeps the cork from getting dry. What bottles that I don't have that I would like to taste? The Russell's 15 is going to be one. The Thomas Handy is going to be another one. Um, that's the two that pops in my mind. Green River has the worst cork, and I say Heaven Hill that grains of glass for some reason. eh, those corks right there, get those cork floaters. I'm going to have to look that up, B. Man, that's good. Mm-hmm. All right. So, good. That's a good question. I got the same question, Jigs. B, if you can sort of tell us what the cork floater is, or I can look it up. That is a good question, Jigs. I had the same thing running through my mind. Christopher, thank you, Christopher. Thank you that. Thank you. And I do go over what the term legs are in the book. And again, this right here tells you everything you need to know about bourbon and whiskey. It tells you my rating system. It tells you about what I call the legs, or there's a better definition in this book here, but it tells you everything about bourbon and whiskey. And it tells you straightforward. It don't give you a lot of fluff. It's one of those quick reads, and it's very knowledgeable right here. You can get it on Amazon. Shout out to myself. Mixtures, old granddad 114, those corks tend to leak with me. Okay. Any Uncle Nearest? Yes, I have Uncle Nearest here. And this one I haven't opened yet, and I don't think I'm going to open it because I'm going to try to make it down to the Uncle Nearest distillery this year. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to try to do some research and try to see the owner is going to be down there because I think she's pretty cool, even though she's going through a lot of trouble with the distillery. Hopefully, I can get somebody to sign this bottle because I think that would be pretty cool. And I do have another uh, Uncle Nearest product somewhere around here that is very special to me because that was my first video I ever did here at A Little Old Fashioned. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, poor decisions. Yeah, it's all in here, and I break that down all in here for sure. I'm trying to get that bottle. Yeah, Jigs, it was hard for me to find, to be honest with you. When I finally found it, I don't think I've seen that bottle in any liquor store since I bought that one. So I tell you what, if people are going into liquor stores between now and my next live, let me know if you can find this bottle in your liquor store. Just go by the section and look for it, and then let me know in the next live, or you can hit me up on the email and let me know if you can still find this bottle. And Jigs, maybe we can get you a bottle. Maybe we can find your bottle. So again, let me know if you go into a liquor store sometime this week because I think I'm going to do another live stream um, probably by the end of the week, and we try to figure out A, if this bottle is still on the shelf, and B, what is the price of the bottle when you find it. So let's see if that works, Jigs. Let's see if that works. Chad, when we are going to see the other bottles in the room. B, whenever I get this stuff cleaned up, sir. So you can get this signed Uncle Nearest bottle at the distillery, some of the distilleries select. Okay. But I really want it signed by that one person, to be honest with you. So Jigs, it's in Tennessee, not North Carolina. But Jigs, what I'm gonna do is hopefully the people, we have 65 people on here watching. Hopefully, somebody in the 65 people will go into a liquor store. It might not be in North Carolina, it might not be in Tennessee, it might be in Kentucky, and see if we can find that bottle. I just want to see if it's still out there. And they might find one, not maybe not in North Carolina, but somewhere that you can drive to. But we never know unless we try. So if you see that Uncle Nearest, let me know where you found it and how much it's priced for. Try to do a bottle collection video, including your backup bottles. Okay, I probably can do that. Yeah, Alpha, that might be a good one. What number is on the Uncle Nearest bottle? Again, we are going to show you 777 anniversary right here. Hopefully you can see it. The Lost Chapter. Uncle Nearest 777 anniversary blend, The Lost Chapter. Oh crap. I knew that was going to happen. We have had a bottle signed by Weaver. See, that's what I want. I really want Weaver to sign that bottle. Now, if it's going to happen, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to try. It doesn't hurt to try. Billy Brock 7652. What's the way to reach out to me? It's going to be on my email. If you go up somewhere in my notes or my introduction, if you hit that more, it should give you my email. But right now it's going to be a little old fashioned at hotmail.com. Again, a little old fashioned at hotmail.com. alittleoldfashion@hotmail.com. It's somewhere in my links, but that's my email address. And if you email me, I check my email multiple times a day. I think I check my email more than most, and I need to quit. I don't know why I check my email that much, but I do. So I will get it. I will get it. Definitely will get it. So let me see what we got here on the floor before we end this thing out. Let me see. Since we've been doing so good on the bourbon, we talked about the Weller. I'll let you pick. We have the Weller Foolproof. We have the Michter's 10-year. We have Weller Foolproof Michter's 10-year. We have the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. We have the Old Kirk. We have, so between the Old Kirk, the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, the Michter's 10-year, the Weller Foolproof, or the Weller 12, which one do you suggest? The Weller Foolproof, the Michter's 10-year, the Weller 12, the Old Kirk, the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. And we'll end this thing out. Top shelf to the left, Master's Key. Talking about the Wild Turkey, the Wild Turkey Borge. That's the Wild Turkey Borge. Patrick Little Dude. Yeah, that's the Wild Turkey Borge. Yeah, yeah. I'm not too fond of that one. Gotta go with the Weller Foolproof. So we got, excuse me, we have a Weller Foolproof. We have two Weller Foolproof. I think that's going to be it then. Yeah, yeah, that Wild Turkey Borge. Yeah. You know, I went to Justin's, not Jonathan's. I had fish at Jonathan, fish and chips. It was pretty delicious. So I'm full, but a ribeye does not seem bad tomorrow. That steel house might have opened up. I don't think so. I think that steel house probably gonna need about, I'm gonna say, to be honest, I mean, to be truthfully honest, I think this steel house probably will be opened up. It probably will be a very decent pour. I would give it about maybe, I mean, in reality, for real, I would give it probably another um, 7 years, 7 years in the barrel, and a finished barrel, and probably would come out to be pretty decent. You should try. The Blansons go. I just tried it like 2 days ago, G. So I'm gonna let it sit on. I'm gonna let it sit just a little bit more, just a little bit more, because I'm afraid if I try it today and I don't like it, I won't put my hands back on that bottle. So I'm going to try to give it as much time as possible, because if I tried it today and it comes out the same way, Jigs, I probably won't put my hands on that bottle anytime soon. Never bought bourbon out of a can. Never do that, Patrick. Never. Miguel, I'm definitely looking forward to you seeing you, and I'm definitely going to reach out to you. We come in September. I know exactly the days we're coming, but I'm not going to put that online. I know exactly which days that I'm coming. I already booked my hotel room. I haven't booked my plane tickets yet, but I'm definitely going to see you in September for sure, because we come every year. So I'm looking forward to it. Drain pour for me, even though I'm not going to pour it down the drain because I don't believe in pouring whiskey down drains. I would rather give it away, have tastings, and but this one would definitely be a drain pour. The short barrel would be definitely be a drain pour, and the wild turkey voyage would definitely be a drain pour. I had mine after you had yours, and it got much better. Okay, Jigs. I got you. I got you. Again, I might on my next live stream, I'll pop it open. But yeah, I'm gonna let it sit for a couple more days before I try it. Because the way my mind works, man, the way my mind works, I hate it, but I can't deviate from it. Once I don't like something, it's hard for me to turn back from it because my mind says you don't like it, and I don't like it. Like this short barrel, even though it might open up 6 months from now, in my mind, I taste wine and I can't get that out of my head. So I really want to give that Blanton's Gold some time to open up to make sure that it is what it is. Oh, your drain pour was Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. Wow. Okay. Okay. Porky said, if we want to trade the voids, let me know. You know, to be honest with you, I don't trade bottles, Porky. I really do appreciate that. Do I have a do I have a live stream schedule? I don't. I really need one, but I don't because I work so much. I work so much. So when I have free time, I decide to get on. I don't know if I'm going to get on probably 2 or 3 hours before I do. And I'm sorry about that, but I don't have a time. I don't have a drain pour this bad whiskey corner. Yeah, I do. I need a bad whiskey corner. And that may be a video. Alpha, again, I don't, this may sound bad. I don't want to ruin my meal. I don't want to ruin my meal. I think that bottle is that bad. I mean, I hate to say it. Right now, it's that bad. I'd hate to say that. I hate to say that because I'm not knocking it because they do. Wild Turkey have great products out there. I love Wild Turkey. Short Barrel have great products out there. I love Short Barrel. It's just those two particular bottles that I don't care for, and that's okay. That is okay. Anyone tried the new Empire Redwood Toasted? I haven't. Patrick. 210. Do you have any funny firefighter stories? Let's see. Has anything happened lately? Uh, I don't think anything happened lately, 210. This foolproof. This is going to be a store pick foolproof too. Have you ever seen a Weller foolproof store pick before? I got this one last year. I think January of 2025. Yeah, yeah, I think 2025. It's a store pick from CNC. Yeah, I knew you were going to ask. I should have had one. Yeah, Bourbon Cowboy, been a firefighter for 23 years. Stag team, Stag 10 year. I guess it's Sagamore Ride 10 year drain pour for me. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Bourbon Cowboy. 23 years. I got about 4.5 years left. So I never shared whiskey with friends. Well, what I usually do be, I always tell them it's not my favorite, but I want to get your opinion. I don't try to form an opinion with them or for them. I always tell them, hey, try this one. It's not my favorite. I just want to get your opinion. And I just like to have them try it. Is your Uncle Nearest a single barrel or master blend? It's called an anniversary blend. Uh, let's see. That's a good question. So I'm going to say it is. not a single barrel. So it's not a single barrel. No, no, no. I'm glad you actually had me read this one because I think I read it before, but I forgot what it said on the bottle. But it says, I present to you 7,000 bottles of this distinguished 7-year-old blend, hand selected by yours truly. So, this is the question. It says, I present to you 7,000 bottles. 777? 7,000 bottles? Did they only produce 7,000 bottles? If that's the case, you probably won't find this bottle if they only produce 7,000. Yeah, Patrick, I'm on the countdown to retirement. That is a good question. So, does anybody know that answer? Which I'm going to look that up. I think you being a firefighter makes you my favorite bourbon YouTuber now. Bourbon Cowboy, I would love to have a pour. I don't know where you at, Bourbon Cowboy, but if I'm ever in your area, I'm going to be in Mississippi. I'm going to be in Kentucky. I'm going to be in Las Vegas. I'm going to be in Indiana. So I don't know, Bourbon Cowboy, if you are close to those places, but if you are, let me know. Hit me up at a little old fashioned at hotmail.com and we will do that. Anybody got any low number Uncle Nearest single barrels? So this is going to be the Weller Foolproof Store Pick. 114 proof. Okay. But you never know, Bourbon Cowboy. I might make my way up there. I don't know what the bourbon scene is down there where you at. Or up there where you at. Man, it smells good. Man, it does smell good. No. Oh, you do know Tim Smith on the TV show Moonshiners. He's also a firefighter. I didn't know that, Alpha. Climax Moonshine. Whew. I haven't drinking moonshine in a while, but I need to look that up. Okay, Bourbon Cowboy. Maybe I won't be in your area then. Yeah, Bourbon Cowboy. I don't know how far Spillway, Mississippi is from you, but we definitely going to be down there. I have an Uncle Nearest store pick. Wow. Okay. Oh, Uncle Nearest store pick. TX Kicks 7804. Okay, at 210. Good deal. So, again, before we go out, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please hit that like and subscribe button. Please go back and hype one of those videos, watch one of those videos, subscribe to the channel because we are asking for your support here at Little Old Fashioned because we are doing some great things. We are doing some great things here. Yeah, we could definitely do lives at the Spillway. Definitely. I'm going down the Spillway a couple of days earlier, and we're gonna set up. We're gonna do some lives. Me, poor decision parent. Hopefully, we can get right next to each other in our tents, and we can actually do some collaborations with each other. But we're definitely going live. We're definitely going live. The 70th edition. I have two bottles of the Wild Turkey 70. To me, it's one of those bottles. I'm glad that I have because I think it is a limited release. B, it's a pretty decent bottle. Uh, I think I got it at a great price. A lot of people were selling that bottle for secondary because they knew it was going to be a limited release, and I'm glad that I got it. And it's a pretty decent bottle. So if you can find one, which I don't know if you can or not, definitely pick up one. You have Discord. I have the only thing I don't have Discord. I wish I did have Discord, but I don't. I have Patreon, but not Discord. You can join the Patreon for free. Yeah, you can definitely join the Patreon for free. And usually I tell people on my Patreon where I'm going to be at. And we can sort of talk back and forth on Patreon. So you can join that for free. It's somewhere up there under more. Hit that more button. It tells you everything that I'm offering from my t shirts, sweatshirts, books, Patreon, email, all that stuff. What's your Zelle so I can lock it in when I there? I would definitely want to pay for a bottle and shipping. Alpha, I missed that one. Okay, okay, got you. I got you. I got you, Alpha. I see it up top. I see it up top. I see it up top. To be honest with you, Alpha, one thing is I don't have Zelle. A lot of people say, "Hey, you have Zelle." Zelle. I'm like, "What is that?" I understand what it is now, but I don't have Zelle. Let me see. HD Uncle Near single bottle 105, 125 proof. Uh, this is going to be, if you're talking about this one, this is going to be 117.6 proof. Thank you, B. I appreciate that, B. I always can count on you, B, for actually putting that up because sometimes I forget. So yeah, B actually put my Patreon up. If you want to get in contact with me, you can actually hit me on my email or hit me on the Patreon. Bourbon Cowboy, yeah, I appreciate that. The t-shirts and sweatshirts you can actually get. I have a new t-shirt that's coming out. I haven't really promoted it yet, but if you look on the t-shirt online, it shows you my new t-shirt design. I think it's pretty cool. And with that design, we're going to take this channel and we're going to stretch it out to do more great things. So we're gonna have two things going on at once. A little old fashioned, which is gonna be bourbon hunting, talking about old fashions, having fun, laid back, and then we're gonna go up a step. We're gonna go up a step and we're gonna call this other thing we're gonna do a little old fashioned, the bourbon lifestyle. Now, this is exciting to me. And I know I don't supposed to be saying anything about it because I told my wife I'm going to be hush hush until we can actually brainstorm this thing out and take it out to the world. But I am working hard at it. A little old fashioned um, is going to be awesome. The bourbon lifestyle. Under the bourbon lifestyle, we are going to do things like um, what is it to be part of the bourbon community? What do you need to have when you go out to business events, bottle shares? What kind of glasses should you have? I mean, it's a lot of things that happens up under the bourbon lifestyle that I think people should know. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's going on. It's building up from the floor all the way up, and I'm halfway there. But to answer your question, the t-shirts, a little old fashioned, are on sale. The sweatshirts are on sale. But if you stroll down and you see something called a little old fashioned and another design of the bourbon lifestyle, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I think only one person has bought that shirt. And the reason why It's because I ran my mouth on the last live stream and someone went and purchased one, which I'm not mad at it, but I'm still talking about it. I'm done. Uh, Zelle is better than Cash App. You know, I only have Cash App. I don't know about Zelle because I hate to have more than one. And I try not to use Cash App unless I'm sending money to my daughter or somebody is sending me money. That's about it. Bottle caddy, Glencairn, rock glasses. You know, B, you on the right track. But I am going down a little bit deeper than that because this is my opinion, man. And I know I keep jumping back into something that I say I'm going to stop talking about. This is my opinion. Bourbon is a lifestyle. And the reason I say it's a lifestyle is because when a person drinks bourbon, you automatically have something in common. And you have to build on that. And if you build on that the correct way, you can open doors that you never knew that could open. It's just like fraternities, in my opinion. When you part of a fraternity, doors open that you probably thought would never open. Bourbon is the same way. Bourbon clubs, bourbon fraternities, bourbon, I mean, you part of a bourbon family that millions and millions of people are a part of. If you start thinking about it like that, you know bourbon is a lifestyle. And that's all I'm going to say about it. 210, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. You know, 210, my next live stream, I'm hoping, let me see, today is going to be Sunday. So I'm on off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I tell you what, either Wednesday or Friday, 210, Wednesday or Friday. Hopefully, I can get on the live stream because I have something that I think is very exciting that I'm going to try to do. And the reason I want you to be on, either I text you or email you, I'm going to find you because the money that you are donating, I'm definitely going to put that toward the balcony, but the single barrel. But it's something that is exciting that I think I'm going to try. So I really do appreciate that, and I'm going to show you more when we get to the live stream. I don't want to put it all out there now, but yeah, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, and I have everything in the envelope, and you will definitely see that my next live stream. I was going to do it today, but I didn't have time. But your money is going to exactly what you said your money wanted to go, so it's definitely happening. Yeah, even more true with cigars. B, you getting where I'm going. Yo, just got on. We appreciate you getting on. Appreciate you getting on. Hey, it's better late than never. We appreciate you. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely asking for your support. Yeah, poor decision parent says B. Every pour is better with a cigar. And poor decision parent, let me tell you what. Not only do I come to your channel for news because you are always on point with bourbon news, you actually pair your bourbon with cigars and food. And I'm not really a cigar smoker, so I do come to your channel just because I need to know which cigar that I need to be looking out for. So shout out to you, sir. Bourbon means you are part of the Brown and Water Brotherhood. Cheers. Yeah, a lot of great people in Cigar Lounge. 210 Native, we appreciate you, sir. We really do. Really do. Really do. I really do appreciate everyone that is on this channel, Little Old Fashioned. You have no idea how easy you make this for me because with my firefighter job and the stress that it comes with it, we look for ways to relax. Um, I don't want to get deep on y'all on y'all, but we look for ways to relax. And this is one thing that relaxes me because I get to talk to people, I get to express my feelings, I have a drink with you, I'm relaxed, I'm at home, and it's stress relief for me, especially when you go out and you tend to all these bad calls and you see all this tragic stuff. Uh, you have to have a way to get past it, relax, and deflate. And that's why I love this channel, A Little Old Fashioned, because I can come, deflate, relax, and I can talk to people like you. And when I read these comments, I know that, hey, there's a bourbon community out there, and I am a part of it. So I appreciate everyone that has actually supported this channel, and I appreciate everyone who has donated to this channel. And hey, thank you. Yeah, I feel you, B. It really is. I'm surprised a couple of the boys at the firehouse don't smoke cigars. They, they smoke cigars, but you can't drink. But they smoke cigars. But the cigars they smoke is more like the the Javas, um, the Bettys, things like that. Steve, thank you for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel you, man. You need something. Need something. HD says still here, twin. We appreciate you, HD. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, he's still on. Yeah, Angie, Angie, I said I wasn't going to be on that long, but I say that and I know that I don't mean it. I know that I don't mean it because I love talking, I love drinking bourbon, and I love spending time with you all. So I'm about to get off because I don't want to waste anyone else's time. And I appreciate you, really do. Swisher Sweets. uh, I do have tomorrow off. I really do. I really do. I guess if no one has anything to do, I don't really have anything to do. I love cigars, but I'm loving cigars and coffee here lately better than whiskey or bourbon. Hey, William, nothing wrong with that. To be honest with you, William, I love coffee too, but it's one of those things that I have to weigh out because my doctor said I need to cut back on sweets. Yeah, I know I do. Because I like my coffee on the sweeter side, so I like to use the hazelnut creamer. And the hazelnut creamer is pretty much nothing but sugar. And I put a lot of hazelnut creamer. So I usually try to drink 2 cups of coffee, maybe 3 every day. And then I turn around and drink bourbon. So my sugar intake is pretty high. So I said to myself, something has to slow down. Something has to slow down. Coffee, bourbon. Coffee, bourbon. Of course, you know what I chose. Of course, you know what I chose. B, I feel you, sir. I feel you. Normally use maple syrup to sweeten my coffee. Yeah, I guess, sugar, syrup, sugar. All right, Bourbon Cowboys. That's what I'm talking about. We appreciate your Bourbon Cowboy. So yeah, any questions you have, Bourbon Cowboy, you can just put them on the Patreon or send me a shout out through email, and I will get back with you ASAP. All right, 210. Hey, why not? Why not? We are doing the Weller Full Proof. This is the store pick. Haven't tried it in a while, but cheers. Yeah. You know, I don't know if we were just talking about sugar, that first pour reminded me of brown sugar. It reminded me of brown sugar. And I love brown sugar. Wow. Yeah. And again, it's almost better than I remember. And I don't know if it's because I've been drinking some good stuff tonight and my palate and the mouthfeel is like this is pretty decent pour, which it is. The nose on it is fantastic. But the brown sugar sweetness, the caramel on the tasting notes, what makes this bottle stand out. You don't get a lot from the nose, but you do get like a oaky. It doesn't smell like it's going to be as sweet as it is, but you do get some oaky tartness on the nose. But all in all, great bottle. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, poor decision. Yeah, I done went through this whole, mental thing with the fire department and all this stuff, and now I'm trying to figure out what the notes are on this bottle. Yeah, I'm all here. I'm all here. Funny bourbon to sweeten coffee. HD. To be honest with you, every time I go out of town, I do mix bourbon and coffee. Yeah, not a bad follow up with George C. Stagg. Not yeah, not bad at all. This is the Glen 210 that I got off Amazon. As you can see, it's heavier in the um, it's heavier, it's wider at the top, and the bottom base is sturdier and wider and heavier. So this is a Glencairn, but this is the Glencairn that I got off Amazon that they really discontinued. Um, and I really can't find one like this one on Amazon in the set that I got them. I'm pretty sure that they're out there, but I can't find them on Amazon. I'm probably going to have to dig deeper, but I love this one. It's heavier, has a wider rim to it, and it just looks better. Alpha says D'Angelo singing Brown Sugar. I feel you. I feel you. Angie, baby, yes. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Always can count on you, Angie. Always can count on you. We appreciate you. Do I have any mini Glens? I do. I do have mini Glens. I have two. I have two. And I use those mini Glens not for me, for other people. Because if you want to taste, if you come on over here and you want to taste a bottle and you say, hey, just give me a little bit, I'm going to pull out the mini Glen. Why? Because you still have a Glen Karen, but it's not a big one. And when I pour you, it looks like a pretty decent pour, especially in the mini Glen. So you're getting the Glen Karen experience. I'm still pouring you a little bit, but it doesn't look like this in the glass. It looks pretty full. Yeah, I'm probably gonna search that Bourbon Cowboy, but I have a few here, so I love this one. This one is always going to be mine. When people come over and we sip, this is always going to be my Glencairn because I love this one. Everybody else's get the other ones, but this is mine. Angie, appreciate you. No, my pleasure. 2.5 ounces of fill at the top. Gotcha, B. Um, I have pictures of me, but they somewhere stuffed in a folder somewhere, locked up in the cage. When I started the Fire Academy, I was 175 pounds. Now I'm sitting at 200, probably even. So I was 175 pounds at the Fire Academy, and I thought I was in shape. Thought I was in shape, but I really wasn't in shape. And we did training every day. We did physical agility every day. We exercised every day, and I got stronger. I really did. And the thing about the Fire Academy is this. Well, think about the fire department. Wherever you are at the fire department, you begin to become one with the people that you are at. So you sort of blend in with the people that you are stationed with. I was stationed at well, I'm gonna tell you, 210, since we're talking about this, I have one for you. I mean, it's not a story, but it's a true statement. I was stationed with a guy that was a vegan who rode bikes on his days off, and he rode like professionally. He's a very good rider. He rides miles. He does contests. He does all this stuff. Very good guy. He was a vegan. He rode on his trainer every day at the fire department, and I got stationed with him. So I just started to do what everybody else was doing. They were training every day. People were working out. He was riding his bike. So I bought me a bike. I bought me a trainer, and I went out there with him. And the first day I trained with him, I probably lasted about 10 minutes. But I worked my way up, and I worked my way up, and probably about 6 months to 8 months, I started to ride with this guy, and I started to cut back on like the red meat. I started to cut back on the bad things that I was eating. I was juicing fresh vegetables and fruits every day, and I became lean. I mean, I was in probably the best shape of my life with this guy. So I was feeling pretty good. And then when I got transferred and got promoted, I got with another set of guys who wasn't doing nothing, and I gained all my way back. I, I gained all my way back. Yeah, I was looking good, man. I was looking good. And then I got transferred, got promoted, and then I got with some another crew, and we ate breakfast every morning, like at Perkins, and I got sausage and pancakes and biscuits and orange juice and yeah. Does anyone have that oaken eating bottle flight set? I don't. I don't have that one. Get it? B, that Waffle House is something else, man. I love Waffle House. And then I discovered bourbon. You're right. When I discovered bourbon, and now I have the dilemma, 210. Since I discovered bourbon, now I have another dilemma because something has to stop. If I'm going to do this, something has to stop. I'm going to have to exercise. I drink a lot of water. So I cut out Cokes and Pepsis because I can't drink Cokes and Pepsis and then bourbon. So that's gone. I'm cutting back on my sugar. So instead of getting, the hazelnut creamer, I'm going to get the non-sugar creamer or use something else. So I'm trying to do this balancing act out here, and I'm trying to do better in my life because one thing that's not going to happen, I'm not cutting out bourbon. So something has to happen. Jay Hart, what's going on? What's going on, Jay Hart? Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you for stopping by. Really appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, Alpha, I tell you what, some of the best cooks come from the fire station. My dad did 35 years with the Jackson Fire Department, and he is one of the best cooks. because he cooked at the fire department all the time. He was the cook there. And when you the cook at the fire department, you have some things that are beneficial to you. When you cook, you don't have to clean. When you cook, you don't have to wash trucks. When you cook, you don't have to wash dishes. So being a cook, even though you behind the stove, it comes with some perks. So if you had a cook at the fire department, A, they want you because they need a cook. So they are wanting you to come to the station, and it comes with some perks. I don't cook, but hey, it is what it is. Do you fellas eat breakfast tacos? Yes. 210, we eat breakfast. I have a guy on my truck who loves breakfast tacos. I'm not really a breakfast taco type of guy. I'm a Chick-fil-A sausage biscuit type of guy. Uh, but we have a guy love breakfast tacos, so yeah, we do that. I'm a police officer in Australia, and we call firefighters hoes fairies. That's because they get to sleep on shift. But the thing about that is, we work 24-hour shifts. So being a police officer, how many hours did you work? So I think we get to sleep because we there 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours on shift. So yeah, we gotta sleep. 12 hours in the chat. Breakfast tacos. So got him. Awesome. Awesome. That's good. Man, that foolproof is nice. I should revisit that bottle a lot more. Because I've been having that bottle almost a year and a couple of months. Very good bottle. We are sipping on we're sipping on this Weller Foolproof CNC down here in Jackson, Tennessee store pick. This one right here is sitting at 114 proof. This one right here. Hey, Young Storm, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, we're asking for your support and we appreciate you actually joining us tonight. Yeah, Bourbon, yeah, Bourbon Cowboy, I know they do. I've seen it. I've seen it. 23 years, I've seen it. I've seen it all, man. Alpha says 16 hours, 6 days a week. 16 hours, 6 days a week. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Smoke eaters, yeah. Nice. I just picked up one from Blackwell's Wine and Liquor. Yeah, Youngs, have you tried it? If you tried it, let me know what you think. In New York, cops get videotaped sleeping often. Yeah, I bet they do. I enjoyed my first live on your channel tonight. I got to get off here. Hey, you have a Billy Brock. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate you. Since it's your first live stream, we're going to shoot you out. So, hey, thank you for stopping in. Thank you. It's your first live stream. You have a great week and cheers to you. Thank you for stopping by. Let's go. Have I ever tried any products from New Riff? Yes, I have. The New Riff single barrel is a fantastic bottle. It is a fantastic bottle. Have you tried? Oh, okay, I have tried the New Riff single barrel. So let me know which New Riff is your favorite. Drop it in the comments below. Breakfast would be the death of me. I tell you what, 210, I feel you. I feel you, man. It's nothing like going to the firehouse on the weekends and they are cooking like breakfast potatoes, pancakes. I'm gonna tell you what, Saturday. Yeah, I went to work Saturday. They had eggs, bacon, sausage. They had biscuits and gravy, and they had pancakes. Who does that? Who does that? I'm like, all this food, and they cook for like 15 people, and we only have like nine. And then all this food is sitting on the table, and I'm like, man, here we go. Here we go. And I eat and I eat and I eat. Terrible. And I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better. Which bourbon would I use for sipping on the golf course? I'm going to say probably 100 proof bourbon. I'm going to say golf course is one of those bourbons. I'm going to say Evan Williams bottled and bond. Evan Williams bottled and bond is going to be 100 proof, very good bottle, less than $20. You can share, you can sip. That's the one I was drink on the golf course. Okay, I don't have those two, but thank you for sharing that. Love some sausage gravy biscuit. I love sausage gravy biscuits. Okay, multi rye sherry fin. I've seen that one. I've seen that one. It's on my list. That is on my list. I know exactly where one is. Multi rye sherry. I know exactly where that is. My dad and grandma's grandson visits. Yeah. Speaking of that, being in the New York area sometime soon. I heard we talked about that later on. We talked about that earlier. Mm-hmm. Then the smothered and bacon. Y'all gonna make me hungry. Cigar on the golf course. Yeah, Heart 826. What's going on? What's going on? Um, Heart MD 26. Do you golf? So Heart MD 26. If you golf, someone asked the question, what bottle would you bring on the golf course? So I'm pretty sure you golf because you said cigars on the golf course. So Heart MD 26. Which bottle would you bring on the golf course? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That F Cancer. I don't have that bottle, but I heard it was a pretty good one. That's on my list also. 210, stop it. Stop it, 210. You bringing out something that my dad, he makes that, and I think it's the best I ever had. And I've had plenty. I got almost sick off that 210. Man, 210 native, you have brought back some memories. I haven't had that in a while, but if anybody knows what 210 is talking about, if you don't know, you're missing the treat. If you do know, you know that is fantastic. It's a cheap meal, but it's great. It is great. I didn't poor decisions. I went to Jonathan's and I had fish and chips, but that was about 3 o'clock, and yeah, it's about that time, sir. Bourbon Cowboy, you know. Old Fitz, number seven. Old Fitz, number seven is good. Be it. Okay, Old Fitz. Okay, on the golf course, got you. I would say no. That William, I wouldn't. Depends on what you're doing on the golf course. So if you're doing a business meeting on the golf course and you talking about like $1 million deal, yeah, you might want to bring that bottle. You might want to bring that bottle. Something to share like a rare breed. I get you. We talked about that wild turkey rare breed earlier today, and we all agreed that that is a very, very good bottle. Fireball on the golf course. You're hitting them balls everywhere. Fireball, you're hitting them balls everywhere. SOS on sourdough, man. I tell you, man, that is some good eating. People know about the SOS for sure. Jack Daniels bonded. B says Jack Daniels bonded. Okay. All right. Crawfish. I have tried crawfish one time at the fire department, and it was pretty good. Actually, no, no, no. I tried crawfish at the fire department, and then I went to one of those places where you can get all the seafood in the bag, and they had crawfish in there. It's pretty good. I struggled the first time how to eat them, but I got used to them, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. All right, people. I think that I'm going to be done tonight. Seafood boil. Yeah, yeah. And I know that I'm getting tired because my mind is starting to struggle. All right. Thanks for the blue no honey rice recommendation. That one is good. That blue note is good. I don't think I've had a blue note that wasn't good, but that uncut, unfiltered, the honey rye cast bourbon and the honey rye bourbon, the honey rye is good. So the honey rye bourbon, I keep saying that, the honey rye, the honey cast bourbon, and the uncut, unfiltered are very good bottles. Java Reds. Poor decision pairing. You are the cigar guy up here. So Bourbon Cowboy says, have you tried the Java Reds? Or has anyone tried a Java Red? I haven't yet. I have tried the Java chocolate, the Java mint, but not the Java Red. So poor decision pairing says Java scripts are, oh, okay, mistyped. Alpha, that's a good question. So poor decision pairing says Java Reds are good. And I would tend to take poor decision pairing. I would tend to take what they say as the truth because he does smoke a lot of cigars and he pairs cigars and bourbon on his channel. So I'm going to say if he says Java Reds are good, I'm going to say they're good. Hey, thank you for stopping by. I just try to share my knowledge, and that's the thing about this channel, A Little Old Fashioned. We all learn together. We all learn together. I learned a lot from you, and hopefully, you learned a little bit from me. And again, that's why I came up with this book, A Little Old Fashioned Guide to Bourbon and Whiskey, because the stuff that I do know that I want to pass on, I can't say it all here on the channel, but I can put it in a book. And this book tells you everything you need to know from start to finish about bourbon and whiskey. It actually gives you my rating scale, 1 through 10. And I think it's a pretty decent read. But I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I like the sweeter cigars also. 210, my golf game. I don't have a golf game. Even though I have had some people ask me to come out to play golf, it's a time I don't have. Eventually, I'm going to get out there and play golf. But right now, with the fire department, with the CPR first aid classes, and the YouTube thing, I don't have a lot of time. But eventually, hopefully, I can quit. Well, when I retire from the fire department or the YouTube things start to take off a little bit more, I will have a little bit more time. But right now, to answer your question fully, I don't have a golf game. How's your golf game? 210? Are you a golfer? Yes, I like sweet sugar. Oh, Bourbon Cowboy said he smokes a pipe. Favorite is still Austin. I've tried a sample of Old Forester King Ranch. I don't have my bottle. I have a bottle of still Austin, but it's still in Austin, Texas, because I haven't gotten it here yet. But I've tried the Old Forester King Ranch. I've tried a sample, and I think it was pretty decent. You know all the. Oh, I did say yeah. I did say yeah. He smoked a pipe. I did say that, didn't I? It's probably the way I said it. I get you. Because it's some of my favorites. I also recommend. I made a run to Jackson yesterday. Went to Odin's, TNC Party Mart, and a few others. You know, I seen that. I seen that. I was going to respond to you when I got home today from having lunch with my parents. I chilled out and now I'm online. I've been online for 3 hours. I should have responded to you, but I did see those pictures and I appreciate you actually telling them that I sent you. Hopefully you had a good experience at those stores. I think they're pretty cool, but I thank you for those pictures. I appreciate you even actually telling them that I sent you. I appreciate you. So thank you for that. Yeah, bourbon cowboy, pipe smoker, tobacco pipe smoker. Uh, Wilford Creek Mason. Okay, Alpha. Hmm. You know, this project is okay. Um, it's finished in sherry cask, and it's okay. It 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 reminds me of a wine finish. It's not as strong as this short barrel, so it's drinkable. It's decent. It's one of those things that I think you should try to see if you like it. I don't know if you like wine or not. If you like wine, you probably would enjoy it better than I did. But I'm not a wine drinker, and it gives you that wine vibe. So I'm going to say if you don't like wine, you probably won't enjoy this one. But I don't want to speak for your palate. I always say try it, find a bottle or find a store that will let you try it before you buy it. Mhm. Thick Stone, yeah, I seen that. I seen that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. We definitely can do that. So let's do that now. Thick Stone. So those two officers in Missouri, we are definitely going to raise the glass to that. It was tragic. It's tragic. So uh, that was tragic. It's crazy how the world is coming. Uh, it's crazy how things are happening around the world, bad or good. I don't care where you at. You know, life is life. And when things tragic happen, we need to look toward that and Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. So, shout out to those people, the family. Um, be sending all blessings over there and all great thoughts, positive vibes. So, yeah, last to them. Cheers. Mm, I have nothing to say about that. That was tragic. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then, again, about bourbon, man, regardless of where you fall in things that's happening around the world, if you look at this bourbon thing, we are one. We are a group of people that have something in common. And I love that. I love that about bourbon because this right here brings everyone together. We had probably up to 75, 80 people on this YouTube channel at one point in time tonight. And all those 75 to 80 people had something in common, and that is bourbon. We have conversations. We never seen, I haven't seen you all in person. I've seen Poor Decision Parent in person, but everyone else, we are talking online. And in my opinion, we have talked so much that when I meet you in person, it would seem like I've been knowing you for a long time just because we're talking about this stuff here. That's the beauty about bourbon. Bourbon lifestyle, baby. There you go, B. Bourbon lifestyle. Yeah. Funny firefighter story. Uh, I gave you a story 210. I guess it wasn't funny, but I gave you a story, but I guess it wasn't funny, huh? Yeah, let me see. Uh, 210, you must have missed my story. You must have missed my story. It wasn't funny, but it was. I guess it was pretty funny, but it was a story. What about this? I just have a good one for you the next time because seems to be quiet. Seems to be quite a few firefighters in the chat. Oh, seem to be quite a few firefighters in the chat, man. Glasses. I think it is. I think we have a lot of first responders here. You want more? I can't think of one right now. Really, I can't. Really, I can't. Uh, I can't think. I can't think of one. I really can't. 210. Am I going to smoke a cigar? B, if I smoke one, it's not going to be here in the office because if I smoke one, I'm not going to smoke in the house for one, and my wife is not going to let me for two. Retired Army. All right, retired. Hey, thank you for your service, Bourbon Cowboy. Thank you, 210. I appreciate you. I knew you understand. It's been a long 3 hours, and I think it's probably is going to end because it's 11:10, and I probably could do this all night, but I don't know. So, anybody has anything you wanted to toast out? Because we always toast out here at Little Old Fashioned. We can toast out. Anybody has anything? Yeah, great interaction in the chat tonight. And I appreciate everyone that has stayed here from start to finish. We appreciate you. My son is getting married next month. I have a small batch. EH Taylor, Knob Creek 12, Old Force 1920. What else? Are you looking for anything else? I think that is a good 3 bottles, to be honest with you. Um, I think the E.H. Taylor small batch, the Knob Creek 12, and the Old Fortune 1920, you have uh, completed it. In my opinion, and this is going to be my opinion, I will probably start getting bottles like um, the old Granddad Bonded, early times. I will probably start getting bottles like that if you want to add to them. But I think you have a good 3 selection right there. The other ones are going to be as tasty, but not expensive. Yeah, to our family and friends, military first responders, I got that. 210, that would be a good firefighter storybook. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to toast out to firefighters, first responders, military, boys in blue. Um, this world right now is in a world span. We never know what's going to happen, but we want to say to all the first responders out there, stay safe, do your due diligence, stay safe, um, train hard, train well, always have your head on a circle, on a swivel, and hopefully you and your family will always be safe. Um, hopefully the man up above will have you stay out of harm's way, and we only wish the best for you and your family. So stay safe out there, uh, and much support, much love is coming from here, the Bourbon community, and a little old fashioned. So we are going to end this live stream. I appreciate everybody that has supported this channel. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please do. Until then, I will see you on my next live stream. It's been great. It's been fun. I enjoy you. We appreciate you. Cheers. Mm, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Oh, I like that thick soup. Be careful, be kind, be reasonable, and be armed. You said it all. You said it all, buddy. I never heard it that simple but complex. Be careful, be kind, be reasonable, be armed. Man, you can make a t-shirt out of that thick soup. That's a good one. Very good one. Let's go.